Linux kernel 7.0 announced. What's next after 6.19? Hey everyone, welcome back to 9 to 5 Linux, where we break down the latest in open source tech. Today, we got some exciting news from the world of Linux kernels. Linus Torvalds, the creator of Linux, has just wrapped up the 6.x series with the release of kernel 6.19 and confirmed that the next major version will jump straight to 7.0. No, it's not because of some massive overhaul. It's actually a pretty relatable reason. Stick around as I explain what's happening, the timeline for 7.0, and the key improvements in 6.19 that you might want to know about, especially if you're into older tweaks or system performance. First off, let's talk about the big announcement. Kernel 6.19 dropped on February 8, 2026, making the end of the 6.x line. In his release notes, Linus mentioned he's bumping the version to 7.0 simply because the numbers are getting too big and confusing, jokingly saying he's almost out of fingers and toes to count them. It's a fun nod to how Linux versioning has evolved over the years, sticking to a pattern where each major series caps at around 19 minor releases before resetting. This isn't about breaking compatibility or adding revolutionary features. It's just a clean slate for numbering. So, what's the roadmap look like? The merge window for new code in 7.0 opened right after the 6.19 release on February 9th. Developers are already submitting changes, and the first release candidate, that's RC1 for public testing, should hit on February 22nd. From there, we will see weekly RCs rolling out. If things go smoothly with about 7 candidates, the stable 7.0 could land on April 12th. But if extra testing is needed, like what happened with 6.19, it might push to April 19th. Either way, mid-April is the target. This gives distros like Ubuntu, Fedora, or Arch plenty of time to integrate it. Rolling releases like Arch or OpenSUSE Tumbleweed might get it even sooner. Now, while we are hyped for 7.0, let's not overlook what 16.9 brings to the table. This release is packed with enhancements that improve hardware support, security, and overall efficiency. For starters, there is better integration for AMD hardware with the smart data cache injection feature. This lets devices push data straight into the CPU's cache, skipping RAM for faster performance in certain workloads. On the security side, 6.19 adds PCLE link encryption and device authentication. This is huge for protecting data in virtual machines or cloud setups. It encrypts traffic between devices and the system, so no one can snoop or tamper with it. Intel fans get initial support for linear address space separation, a hardware trick that hardens the divide between user and kernel memory to fend off sneaky attacks. And for ARM-based systems, there is memory system resource partitioning and monitoring, which helps manage resources more effectively in servers or embedded devices. Graphics and drivers got some love too. Older AMD GPUs from the GCN 1.0 and 1.1 eras, like Radeon HD 7000 series, now default to the modern AMD GPU driver instead of the legacy one. That means better performance, Vulkan support out of the box, and improved power management. Test shows up to 30% speed boost on some cards. Plus, the new DRM color pipeline API paves the way for hardware accelerated HDR output, making Linux better for gaming and high dynamic range displays. File systems aren't left out either. ext4 now handles block sizes bigger than the standard page size, which can speed up writes by around 50% in buffered I/O scenarios. BTRFS sees tweaks for better looking, a new shutdown command, and improved handling during system suspends or when using larger block sizes in RAID setups. ZRAM, that handy compressed RAM disk, gets write back batching for smoother operations. Other cool additions include support for the long ARCH32 architecture, new crypto hashes like SHA-3 and Blake2B, the CAN XL protocol for advanced networking in vehicles or industrial gear, and even new system call to list some namespaces for easier management in containerized environments. Drivers were updated for stuff like USB-C on Apple Silicon Macs, Logitech game peripherals, Intel's upcoming Nova Lake CPUs, and various GPUs including Adreno and Mali. All in all, 6.19 is a solid send-off for the 6.x era, focusing on real-world improvements that make Linux more robust and versatile. As we gear up for 7.0, expect even more refinements, maybe deeper AMD and Intel integrations or expanded support for emerging tech like RISC-V. If you're running a distro, check your repos soon. Stable updates should trickle in over the next few weeks. So, what do you think? Excited for the version bump? Or it's just a number? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want more deep dives on Linux updates, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.